Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Today I'm super excited. We're going to make a fast, easy breakfast. You can do this breakfast the way I'm doing fast and easy today, or you can take and do some fresh ingredients, whatever you would like. I'm going to start out with my Grand's frozen biscuits, which look like this after I let them thaw. So I'm going to go ahead. And then I wanted to show you what sausage I'm using. I am using my Great Value. This is a great sausage for making sausage egg McMuffins, my dish, and so forth. So there's my frozen. That's what makes my breakfast so nice and easy. There's my frozen already cooked sausage. So my biscuit sausage casserole is going to be absolutely delish. Okay, so I let my biscuits unthaw. I greased my pan. You can use whatever oil you choose, and they both work fine. I've done both of them. I've got some heavy cream here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these biscuits and the side that I had unthawing, I'm going to go ahead and just mold everything together in here. What I'm doing is I'm making a flat a crust. Basically all I'm doing is making a crust. So I want to go ahead and go around my pan and make my crust. I'm going to thin my biscuits out. This is such an easy recipe. Wow, such a good recipe. Feeds quite a few people too. And it will be good for 1 day leftover. I don't usually do it 2. I've done it 3 days leftover just to try it because I do like leftovers. I'm one of those that does like leftovers. If I like the dinner or the leftover or the breakfast, then I'll eat leftovers. I take them to work with me instead of making lunch. I'll take leftovers because I can make everybody else's lunch, but boy, by the time it gets to my lunch, I'm kind of lazy. I'm done making lunches. I'm going to put this one like this and just pick it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit here. Now this will form up perfect for you, but basically all you're doing is making a crust. It's so funny. I got started on this recipe a while back because I kept seeing everybody on the internet take biscuits and take the can and just do something like this. Well, I found out I don't care for the canned biscuits as well as I do the frozen ones. I think it's easier for me for some reason, or if I take a fresh biscuit. But this is what it looks like. Super duper easy. I'm going to put this over here. Then I'm going to go ahead here and I have my sausage. I did 7 pieces of sausage, and I'll put the exact measurements in the description. But you could do up to 4 cups. I've done up to 4 cups. When I do my sausage, I'm kind of particular though. I like my sausage in small chunks because it's a casserole. So I don't want to have to eat big chunks. I just wanted to show you how I do it on one. And this sausage is so easy and so delicious. So I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to do a small chop just like that. Let me take this piece away. It's bugging me. It's not uniformed. I like when it's uniformed because then every bite you take of the egg, the cream, the sausage, the cheese, everything will be a better bite if you do these smaller. I've done them bigger and it was great. It's still edible. It's still perfect. It's still delicious. It's just that I kind of like the uniform, and I like it when my family likes what's called small bites. They don't like big old hunkin' pieces of meat in their stuff. Like when I make omelets, they ask me, hey, can you cut it up nice? So it's almost about 4 cups, I say. You could go the full 4 cups. I did 7 sausages, so it makes it just a little bit under. To me, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put these back in the freezer real fast. Okay, so I wanted to just show you my egg. I went ahead and cracked 8 eggs. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix these with my loud mixer. And then as soon as I mix those and make them nice and fluffy, I'm going to pour my ½ cup of heavy cream in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. But I don't want to keep you while I'm mixing the eggs. I am using my mixer. If you don't have a mixer or don't want to get the mixer out, you can fluff them good enough. But I notice when I get them really nice and fluffy, they just poof up and everything's a good bite. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Look at these eggs. They look nice and fluffy. And then I have my heavy cream in there. It was super easy, and like I said, you do not have to. So back to my little story about how I did the can thing. I had some fresh biscuits, and I had not cooked them yet, and I smushed them down like this, just like they do, and I thought it came out good. But I do like the frozen ones, just to make sure I say that. So what I'm going to do is I have a 1 cup packed fat of cheese, probably a little bit, like a cup and a fourth, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on the bottom. And like I said, I just made it a vessel, basically. You know, this is my crust to carry my egg and my sausage. So I'm just spreading it around so everybody gets love here on the little vessel here. We're good there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and pour the egg mixture in. I changed it from a bowl to my measuring cup because it was easier. Then this way I could go over here. I want to kind of stay in the form of my little pattern here, my little perimeter, and see if I could do it that way. Now if it comes over a little bit, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all going to cook together. That's one thing good about a casserole. And like I said, this casserole is super duper easy. And it ain't going too far. Just like that. Okay, excellent. I just poured in. Then what I'm going to do is get my sausage, and I'm going to just evenly spread my sausage so that everything gets a bite. That's why I like using 7 pieces of sausage or even 4 cups, because the biscuit's going to come out straight and strong. It's going to be its own little pillow goodness. Oh my gosh, this is a good casserole to make. It's easy. And it's relatively inexpensive, especially with egg prices coming down a little bit. This sausage I get at Walmart, and it's a good sausage, but it should look like that. It should look beautiful. And just get it all over. It's going to be very good, very sausage forward. Okay, we're good. And then what I'm going to do is put the little bit of cheese I saved right on top. I don't want a lot. And I didn't want really, good God, I think, could I be any messier today though? Holy Toledo. Let's throw it all over today. I don't want too much cheese on it. I love cheese, but I don't like casseroles and things like that when they're over cheesy. The only one I think should be over cheesy is maybe the hash brown casserole and macaroni and cheese. Okay, so I have a 4th teaspoon of salt and a 4th teaspoon of pepper. And I'm just taking it with my finger because I want this to just go on top. And you can use it all. But I didn't want to just mix it on my eggs because I actually like my seasonings on top too. That's why I always say you can. And so I'm just going to use it all. We're good. It'll make it nice and delicious. But I wanted to show you because seasoning is very important, especially for like eggs, potato, and so forth. So this is ready to go into the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven for 35 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes at 350, and we'll be back. Welcome back. Look at this. Looks gorgeous. It's done. I kept mine in for 35 minutes. You can tell everything's done. I did do my my toothpick test. This is the beautiful crunch of the biscuit there. Went in the middle. Everything came out nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in and cut it. And it is looking fantastic. So I'm going to go this way. And I usually just cut mine with the spatula because I found out it works a little bit better than me trying to put the knife in. And you should give it just a minute to cool down. But you know, guys, I'm not giving it a minute. We got it. We got to eat breakfast, and you guys got to get stuff done. So I'm just going to go straight in. But I tell you, the first piece is the worst because it's the hardest to get out. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We almost had a blooper, you guys. Holy Toledo. So I'm going to turn this pan around because I want you to see the inside. Everything is done. Everything is cooked perfectly. Fast and easy, like I said. Super delish. Okay, so normally what we do is, look at that, looks absolutely gorgeous. Some eggs dropped out on the bottom. There's all your crust. We got our salt and pepper. Let's give this a try, because you know what? Normally you can serve it with gravy. We usually eat it with salsa. We just put a little salsa. And then my son is all, we gotta try syrup this time, Mom. I was like, what? I don't know about syrup. But he's like, we gotta try syrup. But normally we eat it with either country gravy. But the only thing with country gravy is that you have to put very little, otherwise it can make the dish extremely heavy. Salsa works really well. It's like when you go to Jack in the Box and you get a burrito and they give you some salsa. So here's a piece of crust. Oops. Piece of the biscuit crust, and then egg, cheese, and sausage. Fantastic. Fantastic. Everything is cooked good. The eggs are not too firm. They're still soft. The biscuit's nice and soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. Okay, we're gonna do what Son said. We're gonna just take a little drizzle here and see if it even remotely tastes okay. I'm not putting it on my biscuit though. I do not want to ruin it. So, like I said, the salsa is traditional, like with everything you buy. The gravy is traditional. Let's try this in syrup. Well, it doesn't taste bad. So if you're a syrup person, might want to try some syrup on it. If you like the content of my dish, my sausage casserole, my sausage biscuit casserole, if you please subscribe, like, and share, I'd be most grateful. Thank you guys and have a beautiful, blessed day.